Yo, it's your boy Zirk, and today we gotta talk about the most ridiculous lawsuit I ever seen. A fitness YouTuber got sued for calling a piece of gym equipment a pile of shit.
We're gonna completely ignore that pile of shit.
For saying gym equipment was bad. And now it's a federal case with lawyers and shit over a home gym rack. Bro, we live in the stupidest timeline. All right, let me introduce you to the characters in this circus. Adrian Gluck, YouTuber who reviews home gym equipment, makes videos about barbells and power racks and shit. Vulcan Strength, gym equipment company, been around since 2008, makes plates, bars, racks, all that. And the product at the center of this mess? The TALOS All-In-One gym system. Cost $4,000 plus. It's one of those machines where you can do like 50 exercises, lat pull downs, cable rows, pull-ups, whatever. Basically a whole-ass gym in one rack. And Gluck thought it was trash.
Pile of shit.
Let me tell you about this assembly process because it's comedy. Gluck opens the box, starts following the instructions, except the instructions are 4 steps. 4! For a complicated-ass rack with pulleys and cables and lat pull-down systems. Gluck's like, what the fuck? He's got extra parts, he's missing parts, the cables are loose, none of it makes sense. So he emails Vulcan, yo, these directions are ass. Vulcan's like, oh shit, we forgot to send you the other directions. There's 2 sets of directions, and they forgot to send one of them. So they email him a 6-page PDF. But here's the kicker. The 2 sets of directions were written by different people, and they don't even reference each other. It's like 2 different instruction manuals for the same product that don't talk to each other. One set shows a 6-post rack. Gluck's got a 4-post rack. One set shows old pulley brackets. Gluck's got new pulley brackets. None of the directions show the bracket that Vulcan's CEO keeps emailing him about. Bruh, this is a nightmare. Now, Gluck's not some random dude. This man has built dozens of these systems. He's built Rogue's complicated racks. He's built Rep Fitness racks. He knows what he's doing, and he's struggling. So if he can't figure it out, what chance does a regular person have? But he keeps going, emails back and forth with Vulcan, calls with the CEO. They're trying to help him, sending new parts, sending new cables. Gluck's like, all right, I'll wait for the new parts. Gluck tells Vulcan, these cables are too loose. Vulcan's like, oh yeah, they have a tolerance of 1.75 inches. Bro, 1.75 inches of slack? That's not a tolerance. That's a jump rope. And Vulcan's like, most customers don't think an inch or so of slack is a problem. Everyone has different preferences. My guy, this is not a preference. This is physics. You can't have loose cables on a functional trainer. That's not how it works. But Vulcan is over here acting like it's a feature. Some people like loose cables. It's about personal choice. Nah, bro. So Gluck gets on the phone with Vulcan's CEO, and during this call, the CEO says, yeah, I don't know how Rogue or Rep do their cable systems. We're a small company. We haven't had time to research it. Bro, you're selling a $4,000 functional trainer, and you haven't looked at how your competitors do it? Rogue's instructions are online. Rep's instructions are online. You could literally Google this shit. But nah. So after months of back and forth, Vulcan's like, the new parts are delayed. You want us to just pick up the rack and we'll send you a new one later when everything is ready? Gluck's like, yeah, sure, come get it. So they agree. Vulcan's gonna pick it up. No hard feelings. Everybody's cool. Then one day, Gluck gets a phone call from some random contractor. Hey, I'm coming to pick up your rack. Gluck's like, wait, what? Nobody told me you was coming today? Turns out, Vulcan sent somebody to his house without giving him a heads up. Just sent a dude over like they ordering an Uber. Gluck's like, yo, a little warning would have been nice. And at this point, he's been dealing with this rack for 3 months. Assembly problems, cable problems, missing parts, wrong instructions, and they're trying to pick it up without even confirming with him? So, Gluck makes a decision. Fuck it, I'm posting the review. Gluck posts a video. First, it's a quick gym tour on Instagram where he calls the TALOS a pile of shit.
Pile of shit.
Then, he posts a 12-minute video on YouTube titled, This is the worst product I've ever reviewed. And in the video, he destroys it. Says the instructions are terrible, says the cables are loose, says the design is outdated, says it's got too many flaws and he can't recommend it. Now this is where opinions split. Some people think Gluck is being honest. He had a bad experience. He's sharing it. Other people think he's being harsh. Maybe he should have waited for the new parts. But either way, it's his opinion about a product. That's what reviews are. Vulcan sees the video, and they are pissed. October 31st, 2025, they file a lawsuit. Federal Court, Western District of North Carolina, charging Gluck with defamation, lying to damage their reputation, Lanham Act violation, unfair competition. They want the video taken down. They want damages. They want attorney fees. They want a public retraction. They want everything. Basically saying Gluck lied in his review to damage them. Gluck responds with his own video, and he's like, I stand by my review. Everything I said was true. He walks through the lawsuit point by point, shows the emails, shows the phone logs, shows the assembly process. He's got receipts. But here's the wildest part. After Vulcan picked up the rack from Gluck, they sent it to another reviewer to get a second opinion. And that reviewer also didn't like it. Same rack, different person, same problems. So now Vulcan's got 2 negative reviews of the same product, and they only sued one of them. Why? Who knows? Maybe because Gluck's got more subscribers. Maybe because his video got more views. Maybe because he called it a pile of shit instead of just saying, I don't recommend it.
Pile of shit.
But either way, it's weird. If the product's actually good, why are 2 different reviewers having the same problems? Now, legally, this is complicated. You can't just say whatever you want about a company. If you make false statements of fact, that's defamation. Like if Gluck said, Vulcan steals your credit card info when they don't. That's a lie. That's defamation. But if he says the instructions were confusing as hell and the cables were loose, and he's got proof of that, that's facts. And if he says, I think this product is poorly designed, that's an opinion. That's protected. So the question is, did Gluck lie, or did he just give his honest opinion?
Pile of shit.
And from what I can see, he didn't lie. He had real problems. He documented them. He shared his experience. That's what reviewers do. The funniest part of this whole thing is Vulcan probably made this worse for themselves. Before the lawsuit, people probably forgot about this bad review. Now, everybody's talking about it. The lawsuit is all over the fitness community. And the consensus is, damn, Vulcan looks petty as fuck. Because here's the thing, even if Gluck's review was harsh,
pile of shit,
even if he was being unfair, suing him makes you look like you can't handle criticism. It makes you look like you're trying to silence people instead of fixing the product. And now, way more people know about the TALOS because Vulcan sued over it. Congratulations, you played yourself. Here's what Vulcan should have done. Option 1, ignore it. One bad review? Who cares? If your product is good, other reviewers will say so. Let the market decide. Option 2, respond publicly. Hey, we saw Gluck's review. We respect his opinion, but here's our side. Be professional, be transparent, show you're listening. Option 3, fix the damn product. Update the instructions, fix the cables, make it better. Then reach out to Gluck and say, hey, we fixed the issues you mentioned. Want to try the new version? That's how you handle criticism, not by suing. This lawsuit is scary for every reviewer because if Vulcan wins, it sets a precedent. It means companies can sue you for posting negative reviews, and most reviewers can't afford to fight a lawsuit, so they'll just stop posting negative reviews. They'll only say nice things because they're scared of getting sued. And that's bad for consumers because now you can't trust reviews. Everything's going to be an ad, and you won't know what's actually good anymore. That's the real danger here. Look, I don't know who's right in this situation. Maybe Gluck was too harsh.
Pile of shit.
Maybe Vulcan's product isn't that bad. Or maybe it really is trash and Gluck was being honest. I don't know. I haven't used the TALOS. But here's what I do know. Suing someone over a product review is insane. Unless they lied, like provably, demonstrably lied, you can't sue them. And from what I can see, Gluck didn't lie. He had real problems, he documented them, he shared his experience.
Pile of shit.
At the end of the day, this is just funny. a $4,000 gym rack, a YouTuber who said it was bad, and now it's a federal case over gym equipment. Bruh, I'm Zirk. I hope I don't get sued by Vulcan for this video. Peace.